Hello listeners, and welcome to the second program in our series. My name is Jandre Nitschke, and today we're going to learn about design and technology, which is produced for grade 8 learners and anybody else who has an interest in the subject. Don't forget to take part in the quiz at the end of the program. Please have a pen and a notebook ready so that you can make notes of the important points. We are all aware of the COVID-19 pandemic, isn't it so? I hope that today's program will shed light on some of the risks involved during this virus pandemic and how it can be solved. At the end of this program, you should be able to list the factors that are influencing design, functionality, ergonomics, aesthetics, apply the first 4 stages of the designing process, general analysis of the product and the formulation of the design brief, preparation and precision of specification, exploration of ideas, development of proposed solution.
You know what, Evelyn? My aunt was so furious with me this morning for not wanting to take along my hand sanitizer to school.
At least you have hand sanitizer. Some of us just regularly wash our hands on the container. I don't even understand the use of washing your hands until closing the tap with your hands. I wish there was a better device than that.
Let's go for the lesson and see what the teacher thinks about the idea.
Good morning, class. Please sit down. Evelyn and Toini, what's going on?
Toini complained about her aunt being furious because she didn't bring along her sanitizer to school. How about us who wash our hands every day with a device that requires someone to open it for you and close it again?
Well, girls, calm down. That's a good way to start today's topic based on design. Yesterday, we learned about design and technology in general. Today, we will talk about design in theory and practice. Does anyone have an idea of what you need to consider first before you think of designing anything?
I think you need to consider the materials you're going to use, as well as the tools and the structure of the product.
Oh, so we need to consider all that before we make up a product?
Yes, you're right, Toini. Let us first start with the factors that are influencing our choices to come up with any design of a product. We have 3 main factors, which are functionality, aesthetics, and ergonomics. When we talk about functionality of a product in general, we mean the product must serve the purpose it was made for. Aesthetics is concerned with the beauty of a product in terms of its appearance and how people view it. Ergonomics is a way in which technology is used to design a product which is user-friendly, meaning that you should consider a positive environmental impact.
Oh, okay, ma'am. So basically, you should design a product that will meet the functions it was made for, so that you won't waste material, and it should be environmentally friendly and eye-catching to my potential customers.
This is interesting. I never knew that the TV I watch every day and the radio that I listen to every day had to undergo all those design considerations, just for us to enjoy the music and the series?
Exactly, Toini and Evelyn. Now let us discuss and apply the first 4 stages of the designing process. General analysis of the problem and the formulation of the design brief. In this stage, you look at the analysis of the situation, meaning what made you want to come up with such an idea? What need or problem did you see? It's very helpful to the designer to remain focused on the exact need or problem and how it can be satisfied or solved.
Madam, if I assume I see my fellow learners helping each other to open and close the tap in order to wash their hands, but won't remove any bacteria because they still have to touch the bacteria on the tap, and I decide to come up with a better solution, have I analyzed the situation in that manner?
Exactly. In the general analysis, you also consider questions like what will the product function for? How will it work, or what will it be made for? All those questions in a general analysis are needed for you to consider the design brief, which is a short statement about the task to be solved. An example of a design brief would read, designing and making a device that can hold a container without someone having to open or close it when washing their hands. Preparation and precision of specification. In this stage, a designer has to prepare the making of his product by doing research around the community. Through this, you generate many ideas. Examples of areas to think about are materials to be used, existing duplicate products, production process, how will the product be made, costs involved, and safety precautions.
For example, one can go around questioning people about the devices which hold containers already existing. This can include material used for the product, time taken to produce the products, the cost of the products, the color, shape, and materials that will be suitable for the device that you want to make.
I have smart kids. That is a very good idea, Tony. At this stage, you may draw images for people speaking and raising their point of views. You can draw up a pie chart, graphs, or anything that can give information to get different opinions. Select and list your specifications. Your specifications must be brief and to the point. Exploration of ideas. At this stage, you will search and come up with different ideas about a device that will meet the same function or specification. Examples include a container on a table, a container on a chair, a container on two poles with a rope attached to a stick where a person taps his foot on the stick and the rope pulls down the container to release water. Sketch or paste these ideas and use notes to evaluate each idea. Development of proposed solution. Select the final idea. The idea which you have generated during the previous stage will help you to arrive at the final solution. At this stage, you put measurements on your product, show how the product will be made, exploded views, use different drawing methods to present your final idea, showing all hidden details of the product, including dimensions, joining methods, and fixtures.
Now that you have explained all these stages, where will we apply them, ma'am?
Well, Evelyn, you have to apply them to every design you make. We're going to design a device that will hold the container, but when people come and wash their hands, they will not have to touch the container.
Ma'am, since the lesson is over, I would like to conclude today's lesson. Please, before I forget anything, the lesson was very informative.
Go ahead, Tony.
Today I learned that there are three main factors that affect our design choices. These are functions of the product, aesthetics, which are the beauty of the product, ergonomics, which is a way that the technology used to design or make the product is user-friendly. I also learned about the 4 design stages, which are analysis of a situation and design brief, preparation and precision of specification, exploration of ideas, and development of proposed solutions. I also learned what we do in each stage.
That brings us to the end of today's program. But before we say goodbye, here's your task for today. Outline 4 stages of the design process. Describe what is involved in each of the following stages of the design process: analysis and design brief. This program was written by Miss Naomi Kuskinkankas. Stay safe, have a good day.
This program was brought to you by NAMCOL with funding from the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture and the Commonwealth of Learning.